As a mom, I think starting a YouTube channel is one of the best things I could have done for myself as a creative outlet, for my family as an additional stream of income, and also for my future, looking back on memories with my kids and my own personal growth, and also generating passive income from my past content. Now, being a mom, of course, comes with a busy schedule and a messy house. And therefore, it's not always easy to find the time or feel like I have the perfect environment to create content. But at the end of the day, that's what makes my content good, actually. It's that I'm coming from a genuine place and being authentic and relatable. I think when you're following along with someone on YouTube, like, you can feel like you're watching somebody who's literally reading a script from ChatGPT. For example, it's not gonna sound like them if they're not coming from experience. If it sounds like it's literally coming from a robot rather than someone that you can relate to, then people aren't going to engage and feel like they're connecting. And when you're listening to somebody who is just regurgitating content from bullet points that were written by somebody else, then that's not gonna be relatable. And of course, if somebody is gonna share content that is similar to others, then having a strong personality shining through is so valuable. And just speaking from the heart sometimes is the best. Even for me, sometimes I have this lingering feeling that I wanna be a perfectionist, but at the end of the day, it's just so much more worth it to just show up and be myself. Even if my house is messy, hey, that just makes me more relatable. Comment below if your house is messy too. If you're a mom or a parent and your house isn't messy, then you must just have some secret that nobody else knows. And if you do, you should definitely share it in the comments. I am a mom to twins that are almost 5. I can't believe they're almost 5. And also a 1-year-old. And so obviously having this creative outlet is really helpful for even just keeping myself sane. Because also being able to, as I said before, generate an additional income and create that passively on the content that I've created in the past. And of course, I also love the community. All of that is a win. And being able to connect and engage with like-minded people, we're kind of going through similar stages in life. And for a while, I was really focused on one type of content in particular, and then I realized I wanted to change it up and I kind of stopped posting. At least that's one of the reasons why I stopped posting. Life sometimes gets in the way, and that can happen too, but I wanted to share different content and I wanted to change up my content. I wasn't sure how to do it back then, and I was honestly over-strategizing in my head and overthinking it and trying to figure out the best way to share my content and my authentic voice. But at the end of the day, I was really overthinking it and it wasn't necessary because people evolve. And if I'm showing up in my best, most authentic self, and if my audience actually follows me for me, which I hope you do, then that means that, my audience likes me for me and the content that I'm sharing. And so as I continue, I'm evolving into an even better version of me that can speak and continue to share from experience about motherhood, as well as content creation and making money online and following your passion. Most likely, if someone was in a similar place that I was when I first started my content creation journey, there's a pretty good chance that maybe that same type of person, maybe you might be in the same place that I was back then, and maybe you are in the same place that I am now as I'm evolving. I mean, honestly, I started with showcasing my content about how to travel with babies. And then my babies became toddlers and I started sharing tips about traveling with toddlers and what it was like as a twin mom. And then that has evolved into sharing content as I am a working mom and traveling often, and now bringing my youngest baby along with me. Sometimes when I travel to Hawaii, he's been with me 3 times already. It's wild. And also all that while building a business and being present with my kids in the process. Because in addition to my travel vlog type videos and tips that I've shared about mom life, I also had intentionally and successfully created multiple additional streams of income online so that I could spend more time with my family and travel with them, and teach other families how you can generate that additional income too, with digital marketing and content creation and affiliate marketing. And there's so many different avenues that I could definitely go down a rabbit hole right now, but I'll cover that in a different video. If you want to learn more about that, comment below. I'll definitely be happy to make another video specifically about my multiple streams of income. But really, I just wanted to make this something that I could share with my audience so that you can also learn how to spend more time with your family and do the things that mean the most to you. Like, I feel like there's a good chance that as I evolve and change some of my content to sharing tips on my journey and including insights on things like how to grow on YouTube and how to make money in a way that you're passionate about so that you can spend more time with your family and travel more, that's going to resonate with my audience that I originally built a couple of years ago when I was first talking about all of my top tips for traveling with my babies. We loved to travel back then, and we still love to travel now. So that part hasn't changed. It's still me. It's still my energy, my positive mindset, and I'm always trying to be as encouraging, supportive, and engaging as I can. To this day, I still try to respond to every single comment. As soon as I see comments come in, I try to immediately respond because I really do want to be here for you. Even if you submit an inquiry, I receive a ton of things through my inbox, and it usually, for the most part, it is brands wanting to do some type of partnership deal. But every once in a while, I'll get a really in-depth question from someone, or even a story where someone is sharing a personal experience with me. And I feel so honored that anybody from my audience would want to share stories with me. Like recently, I actually had someone tell me about their upcoming plans for a trip, very in-depth with detail, and they wanted to know exactly what I would recommend for a very specific scenario with twins traveling with all of these different pieces of equipment. Like they had a double wide stroller, the Bugaboo stroller that I have, in addition to the car seats, and how to bring them on the airplane, and all of the logistics and how to do everything and combining it all together. And honestly, like, I got really excited about responding. I sat down and was like, oh, I have so many ideas that I want to tell them. Like, I want to help this mom out. And also at the same time, I'm still very passionate about all of these things, because even though my twins are, as I said, they're no longer babies, I'm still very passionate about traveling with my family and traveling with my babies and toddlers. And really, I want to enable as many moms as possible to be able to do that, and to help moms feel empowered to be able to do that and know that you can absolutely do anything that you put your mind to, especially like as a mom. Like, moms are superheroes, okay? 100%. So all that to say that I'm still very passionate about these things, and I'm still quite honestly trying to figure out the best strategy to tie all of my passions together, because there's so many things that I want to share with you. And as I mentioned before, I'm evolving and my channel is evolving with me. So I would really love to ask you, especially if you feel engaged in any way with my content, I would love to honestly ask you, what would you like to see more of? Would you like to see more of family travel content and tips and things about that? Or would you be interested in hearing more about what my life is like as a super busy, working mom of 3? Do you want to hear more about life with twins? Or are you more interested in some of the content that I've been sharing more recently, like about my content journey and how I make money online and how I make money from YouTube, and how doing that can enable me to spend more time doing all of the things above, spending time with my family and traveling with my babies, and being able to put my passion into my content creation while doing all the things that matter and getting out in the outdoors. Because honestly, like, content creation has been so freeing. I do want to talk about it. And so I would love, honestly, to hear your thoughts on all of those things. I feel also like all of these things combined, though, is what makes my channel different compared to the other ones out there that may have similar topics. Because I don't know about you, but I feel like I've seen so many channels out there that are just kind of copying and pasting from each other. Obviously, right now, it's a big trend to start sharing content and selling digital products. And while I do think that is a good, profitable way to make money online, with that said, you have to do it in a way that's authentic to you, because if you're just copying, pasting what other people are doing, then that's not genuine. And even if it works in the short term, like, unless people start doing their own thing and really sharing their own authentic, genuine voice and sharing their own personal experiences, then they're likely not going to build that long-term connection or feel that genuine engagement from their audience, which in the long term, an engaged audience is what will continue to bring in views over time. And that residual income and passive income that comes with continuing to have an engaged audience through the years. I mean, I feel like I'm family with my audience, honestly. And even though I haven't been as consistent during certain times, I love reading the comments on my videos and even past comments, like looking back, and it just reminds me that it's a good thing that I have created this and have put so much energy and love into my content. Like, I look back on all of my past content and think of how much time and effort I put into it. And when I reflect on it and I look back at my achievements so far, it feels so good. Even though I would still be defined as a small creator with only nearly 7,000 subscribers on YouTube and about 45,000 followers on TikTok, it feels good to connect and to show up as me. Like I said, creative outlet plus community plus memories and passive income, it's awesome. You can tell I'm, again, very fired up about content creation. I go off about it because I really do think like every mom could benefit from doing some type of creative outlet in some way like this. However, if it were just about the money, then I don't think most content creators would stick with it because the money doesn't come immediately. It does take time. And so you really do have to be passionate about what you're talking about and what you're sharing. And that's why for me, like I keep going back and forth between multiple topics that I'm so excited about, because at the end of the day, that's why I'm showing up here, because I want to share my passion, and obviously making money is a very nice perk of being able to do that, but I genuinely want to help others and help you in the process of whatever it is you're going through that you can relate to a story or experience of mine, and continue to be myself and share that. So that's why when you submit your questions and things that are like in depth about the things that I'm sharing, like I honestly love answering these questions. Even if you message me a question on Instagram, for example, like if I see something that is genuine and you're actually in it with me and you're doing something that's similar to me, like I will immediately respond usually. Like I love reading those types of messages, assuming it actually gets to my inbox. Sometimes those things don't come through all the time, so I try to also check my requests. You can also always submit an inquiry to me or comment in this video as well, and I'll check those as well. There's so many different ways that I can definitely be in touch, because I really do want to help out in any way that I can, as we're all in this journey of motherhood together. Like they say, it takes a village, and that's true. It's so true. Mamas gotta empower each other, right? So thank you so much for being here and for joining me on this journey, because it's ever evolving, as I am ever evolving, just like you are ever evolving. And I'm so glad that you're here with me, and I hope that you do subscribe for more, and let me know in the comments what you would like to see more of, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you, and I hope you have a fantastic day ahead of you. And if you want to hear more inspiring content from me like this, then I recommend watching this video next.